Shut up.
Shut up. Hey
Howdy,
guys,
fuckers.
what's going on? It's been a few weeks. That's your fault, not mine. Not you. I mean, them.
We put out podcasts, and
if you don't get to hear them, that's on
off.
you. Yeah, we actually recorded them. We're just never going to release them because we don't want you to hear them.
Well, we kind of want it to be like those Beatles albums that you hear about like 40 years later.
Yeah, 40 years from
They're
now,
in the
you guys
vault.
are going to get episode 235.5.
They're in the vault.
They're waiting for me or him to die. It could happen anytime. You guys might get them next month, but until then, go fuck yourself.
We're not both going to die in the next month.
I plan on going out like Gene Hackman. It's going to be me, you, and the dog.
And I told you that sucks so bad because I had Gene Hackman's dog on my death pool.
Mm-hmm. And as I told you, that
fucking 96 points.
Dog years, he's 42 at best. It's still a lot of points, but I don't know if I had to take that remaining 58 and divide that by 7 to get the true amount because he wouldn't have lived another. Think about it. He's 6 years old.
There were 2 other dogs that lived.
I get you, but 6 years old. Maybe dogs should start at 15, maybe? 15 minus the day or death?
Yeah, maybe.
Because this might be something we do need to get into. I mean, we might be running out of good celebrities that are dead. We might have to start naming like celebrity pets, like, you know.
I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of Hollywood celebrities that are suddenly should be on my list because I'm seeing people. I'm going, they look really unhealthy. I didn't put her on the list, but what the fuck's up with Ariana Grande, man? She weighs like 30 pounds.
She's dying, right?
She's fucked up.
She got all the AIDS.
She could be hot as fuck.
What's going on? I never thought she was hot. But
I saw her doing an interview. When she was licking the donuts, she was hot.
Wasn't she like 13 then? Didn't she just turn like 20?
No, she did it at 21 too. I don't know how old she is, but I saw her doing. I don't know. I saw her on Saturday Night Live. Looked like a skeleton.
Yeah, it don't look healthy.
No.
Let's put it that way.
That's a lot of points.
It looks like she has a little bit of a eating disorder of some
you
sort.
Think?
You know, I think
and that'll tell you guys. Next week we are going to be doing our Death Pool show. So this is your last chance. You have 1 week to get your fucking list in.
1 week.
But
get this show,
bottle of booze.
Yep. Are you explaining the Death Pool?
Yeah, but here's what I'm going to do real quick. You're going to get a bottle of booze or an ounce of weed.
Ooh-wee!
You can pick.
Well, an ounce of weed or a bottle of booze. That's a good deal.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, that makes me a little bit more excited.
So if you don't want to pick, for those of you out there that don't drink, there's not many of you, but there is a few that you don't want to win a bottle of booze. Like who did it this year? Oh, like I did. Then we'll do you an ounce of weed. Yeah, it's legal. We can say that.
Because I can tell you right now, if you would have got me an ounce of weed 3 years ago when I won, instead of that bottle that's still up there, that ounce of weed still wouldn't have been up here.
But Maker's Mark's a good bourbon.
I'm not saying it's not. I just don't drink.
Yeah.
So it just stays there forever.
You drink on the trip.
Yeah, but I don't bring a half bottle of Maker's Mark. That would be kind of a dick move. Hey, I brought mine, guys. I brought my bottle, a half bottle of Maker's Mark. Good luck.
Yeah, so that's what we'll do. This year, first year for the Death Pool, you can choose between a bottle or an ounce of weed.
All right, there's been a lot going on in the world, so I do want to just start off the show, and probably, I'm just warning you right now, probably a giant chunk of this show is just going to be politics, all right? Because that's what I want to talk about today, just nothing but fucking politics. And not only just politics, I want to talk about whatever Tom Stanforth hates, all right? Like, what are you really into? Because I'm going to rally against that just for the next fucking 40 minutes, just out of spite, you cunt. Nah, just kidding. We're not really going to do politics today. I was thinking about that before the show, and we even talked about this. Like, there's so much going on in the world. That's all we talk about.
Yeah, that would take a whole show.
There's just a lot of shit going on right now that maybe affects my life, maybe doesn't. But either way, it's a big deal. And I don't want to spend my fucking time talking about this because it is supposed to be a fun podcast. So, Chris, tell me about some fuck stories.
Well, I'll tell you. I've had a really weird sexual 6 weeks. And something happened to me about 7-8 days ago that I specifically wanted to save for the podcast. And I don't really know how to take this. I think as far as, first of all, my main cuck family, their date is set. They're leaving on March 15th. They're out of here. So I'm going to be waiting for my first class tickets and suite on the beach for my first visit. But, there's 3 or 4 still occasional couples. I did hear from the nightgown guy. They're going to be coming back in this summer. They would like a liaison.
Like a little visit?
Yeah. So here's what happened. And I really don't know how to take this. I'm going to put these on.
Just in case. I mean, are you giving us a reason to play the song?
No, this
I like
is
the
not
song.
advice.
All right.
This is not advice.
This is these are put on through embarrassment, I think.
Yeah, in this particular case, yeah.
Right.
Because, like I said, I really don't know how to take this because this has never happened to me before. I went and visited some friends about 5-6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good time, as always. About 8-9 days ago, something like that, I get a text message saying, hey, sometime in the next 2 weeks, we got some time off. You want to come back? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, good. Let's have some more fun. And there's an attachment on the text. So I open it up. And there's about a 2.5-minute video of me fucking her.
Oh.
She's tied to the bed, arms back here, and there's me on top of her just wailing away.
Hey.
The guy filmed me and didn't tell me.
Tell you. That's like when someone vapes
first
in the
of all,
back
and
my
I will
car.
tell you this.
He did eat you.
This is one of the guys that just sits in the corner.
He Epsteined you.
This camera was placed somewhere. And
It's probably a teddy bear. One of the
I'm going to say this out loud.
one of those babysitting cameras.
It's not the porn you want to see.
Well,
I am not I'm not
from the
porn
back?
star material.
Ew. Yeah.
Now, all you can see is me from the back, okay? But the thing about it is, like, hey, man, I didn't show you, because I messaged him right away. What the fuck is this? I said, if this ends up on YouPorn, I'm going to be fucking coming over there with a bat. He goes, no, it's just for us. And I'm like, well, you got to fucking tell me this bullshit. You can see my tattoos on my back. You know what I mean? Anybody know what tattoos I have on my back are going to know it's me. It's not that I look fucking gross, but I was filmed without being told. He Rob Lowe'd me. And I told him, I said, dude, I am not cool with this. His wife's one of the cuter ones.
Yeah.
And her, pretty cool. Her hands were tied to the bed and she had this blindfold, but the blindfold was up on her forehead.
So you look like a rapist.
No,
I mean, you're from afar.
no, because you could see the blindfold sitting on her head, and she was moaning and fuck me.
Yeah.
But the whole point is,
Some people like rape.
I didn't consent to being filmed, and I really didn't like it. As soon as I looked at it, I'm like, no, I'm not cool with this. Now I watched the whole thing,
Of course.
and I will tell you, if you judge by this, I'm a pretty decent fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I didn't look great doing it.
What do you mean? If you didn't look great doing it, then are you a decent fuck?
I was jackhammering.
Okay, you did that part.
Yeah, I was jackhammering. I had the hands up and bam, and I was hitting it hard. And I was talking nasty, take this bitch, doing that kind of stuff, which
Okay.
is what they like.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I was being filmed, and I wasn't good with it.
No, but I mean,
I was not good with it.
at least you probably got a more accurate portrayal of what your fucking looks like. So I mean, like you
But
got to
it
look
scares
like
me
that.
how many more videos are out there.
Oh, you got a library, dude. You think he just took a little film? I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
It was a camera set up, so it wasn't from his angle.
No, it was from above.
Then they got the whole session. If they only showed you a minute, I mean,
Yeah,
everything's
but my
involved.
whole point is, did he do it before?
Of course.
And how mad should I be?
Well, yeah, I'd be mad.
If I wind up on YouPorn, I'm going to be pissed off. You know what I mean?
That'd be
Because-
hilarious. No one wants to watch you fuck, though. I mean, even if you did a good
I don't
job
even
for
want to
the-
watch me fuck.
That's what I
the
mean.
only good thing about it was, and it was kind of funny because I'm watching it and I'm mad as soon as I'm watching it because I'm like, fuck, dude, that's me.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? You can see my tattoos. It's me. It's
They
obvious. It's
they
me.
can see your dick on your leg and your Bart Simpson.
I mean, I was railing. Okay, I was fucking. No, they could see. I got some on my back. My Jaeger tattoo. You can see. So,
you see that goddamn deer getting.
but the whole point is, I mean, I was jackhammering. I mean, I was putting a good show on, but I was like,
But you
I
didn't
did
know you were
not
putting a show on.
I did not consent to this. You know what I mean? And he tells me there's no way because they're private people. So I know that because you could see her face.
Yeah.
You
So
can see
it's
the
not
back of
going
my
anywhere,
head.
but still.
But yeah, I never said yes to that. And I'm watching it going, dude, and I messaged him, dude, I am not good with this. And he's like, oh man, I told you it's just for us. Now he's taken a few still pictures before.
That's different. You knew they were happening. It's not.
So yeah, I feel violated in a way. I guess I know what the Rob Lowe girls look like, feel like, but
Rob Lowe used to
he did it when
he video himself fucking.
He videoed himself fucking an underage girl when he was like 20.
Oh, not a good move.
No. She was like 16, 17. But
Yeah,
the whole
still.
point is, when I got this, I immediately messaged him, dude, I'm pissed, you know. Oh, don't be mad, man. It's just for us. And now I'm just wondering, because I've been over there a couple dozen times. Does he have a whole library of me?
I don't know. Maybe. I bet you he does.
Dude, I'm not good with it.
You're probably not the only.
Maybe not.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many people he has fucking life.
But I mean, I'm not good with it.
Which couple was this? Okay. Yeah, now you're going to have an issue too, because it's not like you can go take it out of his hands.
Right. But I cannot go over there anymore.
Yeah, you could not go over there anymore, but I know that's one of your faves.
Because she's hot.
Yeah, well.
You know?
Yeah, you showed me your picture. I do not find her attractive, but if you're into that kind of thing.
If you were there.
Fair enough. I mean, and again,
I could show you ugly pictures of Jessica Alba in the morning.
Listen, attractive's not the most important thing.
It's certainly not to
especially
me.
as a single person in their late 50s. I mean,
certainly
it's
not to me.
I get what you're saying. Like, I'm not.
But the whole point is, this has never happened.
I'm just saying
maybe,
I'm not attractive.
Maybe it's happened before.
Oh, I'm sure it has.
You know, because I've cucked a good 6-7 couples by now.
But now it's going to be a little bit of fun to go over there and try to look for the cameras. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if I'm going back.
You think you're just done with it now?
It was a pretty weird feeling because, I mean, this was me fucking, man. This was a porn movie.
Yeah.
Starring me.
Well, and it's the first one you've seen?
First one I've seen that I didn't know about.
Okay, so that's what I mean. You're getting this is actual amateur action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as you don't know you're performing for the camera.
This is illegal action.
Yeah.
Fucking, I didn't know about the camera, dude.
You're being sex trafficked.
But the whole point is, it's like I'm watching it and I'm going, hey, good fuck it all, but I don't look great from behind.
Did you ever think at the age of 58 years old or 50, whatever the fuck you are,
no,
that you were going to be taken advantage of sexually?
And it's funny because this is an attractive couple.
Did you take a cold shower afterwards? You just sat in the shower crying?
Kind of thing? No, but I told him, dude, I'm really not comfortable with this. And I asked him, how many of these have you done?
Chris took a rape shower.
I just put them up. The cameras have only been up. I don't believe you.
The cameras? Is there multiple angles?
No, I only saw the one angle.
That'd be hilarious. He's back there fucking pressing the buttons.
The fucking control room.
All right, here we go. We're in the control room. Let's go. Oh, that's the angle. I'll take that one.
I mean, but, it was obviously just a still camera. It didn't zoom in and it didn't move.
Yeah.
But it was like, fuck, dude.
It's weird.
I never said yes to that.
I could totally understand being pissed off about it. I don't know.
I'm powerless to do anything. The guy would put me in the ground like a railroad spike.
You're
You know what I'm
physically
saying?
powerless. You can take away the dong. You know, which means something to those people for whatever reason. But, but you are taking a punishment out in yourself, too, because that's one less avenue.
And the thing about it is, I obviously, this is stupid, and I'm not being a dick when I say this, but I was giving it to her good. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously that's why I'm coming back. I ain't coming back for my looks or charming personality.
Yeah.
Because they want her dicked really good, and I was dicking her really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh, my God, dude. You can, if you know what I look like with no shirt on, you can clearly see that, my tattoos. Fuck, that's me. It's real amateur YouTube type porn,
Yeah.
I'm like, I never said yes to this.
Speaking of porn, man, I don't like this angle for my tits. I got to either put on a bigger, like a hoodie on or a different angle because it's too much of a tit angle. I don't like it. All these bros are checking out my tits this whole episode.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't like it.
That's my horror story.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not good with it. And it happened like 6 weeks ago, and he just sent it to me like last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going.
Even weirder. Okay, so he takes this video. Do you think this muscular, badass dude is later jerking off to watching you from behind?
Well, he doesn't jerk off when I'm there.
Because was it a back shot so you can just see your butt and stuff?
All you can see is my ass just hammering.
That's an awful shot.
Yeah.
I don't like watching out of good-looking porn stars.
Now, it's from slightly above, though. So like I said, you could see the back of my head, and you could see her face.
Yeah, but...
And you could see her going... I was proud of myself because she was...
But you couldn't see her tits, you couldn't see her ass, you couldn't see her puss. Like, that's not an angle I want to watch when I'm watching porn.
No.
Like, that's not a... Yeah, that's
no,
not
you couldn't see any of it.
Yeah, you would think...
I was on top of the tits.
If I'm going to... Honestly, if I was going to set up a private camera or something like that, it would be from like a side view probably. Because at least it's going to be more consistent. You know, you get a top view, you might get a couple good angles, but she's going to have to direct you. Yeah. Not without you knowing. We should turn this way.
Yeah. The whole point is, I don't know if I'm ever going back.
It would be funnier though if that actually happened, and you're in the fuck mode. You weren't thinking about it, but she's like, no, I like getting fucked from this angle of the bed. Like I did.
All of a sudden in the back, you hear him yell, "Cut!" But I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I pretty proud of myself at my age that I'm banging, that
good
hard.
for you. You're still getting it done. But
I didn't. I wasn't real proud of it, and I didn't like it.
Well, this shit happens, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen to you that you don't like.
That's true.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't see you giving it up. You that offended? I feel
still,
like when you
have
dive
three or
in,
four others, it's not like I'm
true. But as you said, she's probably the most attractive one out of the girls you do, at least to you, anyways.
Yeah.
So I just, this isn't my world. Never has been, never will be. But if I
have a world.
Yeah, you do have a world. But if I dove into that world, I feel like this is just a little byproduct of the shit's gonna happen. Well, you might get a couple shrapnels. I mean, when you're diving into a world of fucking dudes' wives in front of them, there might be a couple other little incidents that occur. This is not a normal group of humans that you're dealing with.
No, but the thing about it is, I have always only said yes to the ones that I looked at and said, these people are normal.
But they're not.
They have jobs.
Just them being in that room makes them very not normal.
But I know that none of these couples that I have been associated with want this stuff out. They all have families
private
and jobs
shit like that.
and
Yeah, I get you there.
So, I mean, I'm not really worried that it's going to make its way onto the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, not even once did my head turn to where you could tell that it was me.
Yeah.
Except for the tattoos, and you know what I'm saying. The fact that I was wearing socks, which I always do. But the whole point is, and you can hear my voice. I was talking.
So you're naked with socks every time?
Sometimes naked, sometimes I'll keep my t-shirt on.
Okay, yeah.
But this time I was butt ass.
Well, I mean, I imagine. Yeah.
And the good thing is, if it would have happened a year ago, I would have just looked like a whale molesting this poor girl. I was chubby, but I didn't look fat on top of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
But I mean, it was me, and there was no mistake that it was me. And I was like, man, I don't know. I asked him, why the fuck did you send me this? Why'd you send me that?
Yeah, that is a weird thing.
He goes, I thought you'd like to see it. Fuck no, I didn't know I was being filmed.
Yeah, I could see him sending it to you if you knew. If you knew the whole time they
filmed.
I'd
want it.
Yeah, well, maybe you wanted it or wouldn't want it, but either way, at least you would, it'd make more sense.
Yeah.
Just surprise you 6 weeks later, like, hey, by the way, I did eat you. I had cameras in the corner of the room.
And it came with another invitation.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, we're going to be free in a couple of weeks. You want some more of this? And there it was. And I'm like, watching in horror.
Yeah, I mean, at least he could have wore his like the Google glasses, like that Jeremy has, that can film things. So it's from his angle, like the cuck. You can get a full cuck mode.
Well, see, the thing about it, and that's what really bothered me, I guess, is that since I started this weirdness years ago, I've always made the rules. It's always been my thing.
Well, that's kind of the thing with the bull, I imagine. The bull is supposed to make the rules. I'm in charge. I'm the fucking bull here.
But I mean, like, even the two couples where he likes to watch where he doesn't consider himself a cuck, which is exactly what he is.
100%. I don't care what you call yourself.
I've always made the fucking rules. Here is my comfort level and my comfort zone. And if you're not going to do that, then I'm not going to come over. This fucking took me out of the making the rules thing, because the rule was sitting in that fucking chair, which he does.
Yeah.
But,
well, the problem with this one is this is probably the first cuck situation you've ever been in when you know for sure that if shit goes wrong, you ain't winning the fight.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
There's
like,
no
where the other ones, you've always felt at least that power dynamic of like, I'm a decent sized guy. I'm at least going to put up a fight. There's going to be a fight.
I know how to fight some.
But
this guy'd kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
But the whole point is,
this is the only situation. So it kind of puts you in that dynamic too, because like if this was one of the little skinny bitches or whatever, you could probably just threaten the shit out of him and then go back to fucking his wife and probably not have to worry about it too much. But this guy, you gotta hope that he's respectful.
None of that's ever been even a thought.
No, but I'm just saying it does add to the situation.
I was never nervous
when
going
the
over there.
cuck looks like Triple H. All of a sudden, it's like, oh well, okay, like what am I gonna do?
It's like, Yeah, I do not feel in control of this one.
That one might blow my mind more than the nightgown guy. I mean, it's not as like freaky on the level, but like just the idea that these two super in shape people want a not in shape old guy to fuck their wife. Like that's a weird thing there. Something happened in the past that I really like to know about. Like, this guy get touched by his uncle. What's going on here? You know,
no,
I don't know.
what I think it is, and I did a little research on that myself.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's intriguing because it just seems so off the wall.
And I think that this guy being so big, he's always been the guy that's in charge,
of course.
And I think he likes the fact that I'm not in charge now.
All right.
I have to sit here and watch this older guy bang my wife.
But even those kind of guys would get more into the domination.
But see,
shit.
I've asked them.
Yeah.
I've asked them, why in the world are you inviting me over?
Mm-hmm.
And they always say the same thing, because you fuck her good, and that's all we want.
You would think there'd be a muscle guy can fuck.
You would think?
That'd be more up their alley. But I don't know.
There probably has been one in the past.
True.
But they've always told me, as have most of these people, after I meet them, this is our secret kind of thing. We don't have to worry about you running into, basically, I'm not going to go around and give their secret away. Maybe a big muscular guy would to show his machismo. You know what I mean? Hey, I banged this one out. I banged this. I don't say a word. I don't.
Well, kind of.
But I don't tell any names. I don't tell what parts of town they live in.
No, there's no details, but you literally go onto a podcast and tell every fucking weird detail.
Well, yeah, but I don't give their names.
Know. And they don't know anyways.
No.
Well, didn't one of them watch?
One of them what?
Didn't one of your couples watch a long time ago?
The original ones.
The original, and they got kind of upset, I believe, about something.
Well, they got upset the one time because I threw her first name out there.
Oh, did you?
First.
Okay.
Very common name.
Still, I didn't know you did that because
that's what he said. He said, man, you mentioned her name. I said, did I mention her whole name? He goes, no, you just said her first name. But I'm like, dude, how many of this is there? So...
No, that sucks. And I know you try not to do that. And even,
big time.
Even Buddy Eater, I know her name because she's just came up so many times, but you very rarely ever call her by her name.
Never.
And she doesn't care. So it's not a big deal.
She doesn't care. She always told me, I don't care as long as you give your last name. But I feel like I was victimized here.
You were, dude.
And I have not yet decided whether I'll return to that one. But see, I'm getting ready to go from 5 semi-regular down to 2. If I say no to this one, the other one's moving.
Yeah.
So either look for another one or just be happy with the 3 and Bud Eater. And the occasional one that comes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else happened to me?
Oh!
I get a message about 2 weeks ago on one of the fuck sites from this girl. I message back, how you doing? What's going on? We're bullshitting a little bit. She goes, yeah, I just, I work all the time. I don't want to, date anybody. I just want a good fuck now and then. She's attractive. I'm like, hey, yeah. So we're starting talking. Next thing you know, she's talking dirty. I get on there the next day, and there's a message from her fucking old man. Hey, fucker, this bitch is married. Gotta quit talking to her. And I'm like, dude, she didn't say she was married.
Yeah, that's
no
not
big
on
deal.
you.
It's not on me.
No, you're like Steve Smith Sr.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like, you motherfucker. Actually, he never threatened me or anything. He goes, hey, dude, this fucking bitch you're talking to is married. And I'm like, to you? He said, fuck yeah to me. And I'm like, cool. I said, I won't talk to her anymore. She didn't say she was. She's on a fuck site, dude. He goes, just please don't talk to her anymore. I said, cool.
Did you see that Steve Smith shit?
The football player, Steve Smith? No.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen that?
No.
All right. So Steve Smith Jr., apparently he's out there laying the dick down, of course. Which, everybody expects that, of course. But this guy found out, and I don't know the exact situation, or I think this lady used to be the, she's in the band for the Carolina Panthers. Who knew they had a band?
Oh, really?
Yeah, or something like that. That's how they first met.
And she's married?
She's married, has kids, the whole nine, probably. And I think Steve Smith is too, by the way. I think he's married also, and I think that's why this guy blew it up. So this guy found her phone and released all the messages and stuff back and forth, and they're kind of hilarious. She's talking about, he's like, I'm going deep, and she's like, yeah, I know, I've never been that. And she's like, I felt like you were going to knock my, what are they called? The little birth control things? IUD. IUD. She's like, I thought you were going to knock my IUD out and all this stuff. It got nasty.
Really?
And then the guy fucking calls Steve Smith Jr. on the phone. And he's like berating him. And Steve Smith just doesn't say shit. He just goes, sorry. And that was it. And this guy's berating him forever. And then just hangs up. That's it. But then the guy released all the shit. So Steve Smith's out there laying that dong down and apparently fucking up those IEDs or whatever. Remember Brian said he cut his dick on one of those. Had to have a Band-Aid on his dick for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't think they're that.
They're pretty high up.
I would have thought they'd be super high. I mean, I've seen his dick. He has a good big dick, but it's not. I wouldn't think that.
Like this.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't think it'd be like. Aren't they like?
No, they're way up there.
That's what I thought. But he had a Band-Aid on his dick for like 2 weeks. Because he cut it pretty good. He had to, you know.
And it wouldn't surprise me if then Ryan would say, but it kind of felt good cutting my dick.
He talked about it on the show, if I remember right. And it was a while ago.
Yeah,
but no, good for Steve Smith.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking...
I guess. Actually, it's not good. Don't be fucking married women, you asshole.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
If he knew. I don't know if he knew or not, but either way, fuck you.
See, at least the guy would do what everybody else would have done. Said, hey, I want fucking money or I'm releasing all this shit. You know what I mean?
He may have. I don't know. And didn't record that part. You know what I mean? Like, that totally could be a possibility. I don't know. I just know that he released all the text messages between the wife and him and Steve Smith and then released that video of him calling, but it was pointless because he didn't really, Steve Smith literally just goes, sorry.
Motherfucker, you owe me $11.95 for another IUD, bitch.
Whoopsie daisy. And she must have been younger. I guess she can still get pregnant.
Was there pictures of her? Was she hot?
There probably is, but I didn't. I think that she wasn't, because that's one of the podcasts I was listening to was talking about that his wife would be more mad that it's an ugly white chick than the fact that it's, if it was like some hot looking chick.
Well, wasn't one of Tiger's bitches a Waffle House waitress?
I think most of these famous dudes, that's what they get a kick out of. I remember when I had to deal with the Ossiel Puig, and he would have these fucking hookers with him that were 4s. Yeah. And his wife was a 10. You know what I mean? And he'd always have, he could have 3 girls with him and they wouldn't add up to a 10. Like literally some of the ugliest hookers in Cincinnati.
Why can't
he was always with her.
Hot female celebrities want that from us?
I don't know.
I don't want the hot guy. I want a fucking dude over there. I'd do it.
No, you wouldn't. You don't fuck married chicks.
No, not behind their back, the husband's back.
Yeah, so therefore you wouldn't do it.
You don't fuck married chicks. Yes, I do.
Well, you do, but they have to be videotaping it.
Yeah, so like I said, to summarize that, I'm not good with it, and I feel violated, and if there's any attorneys out there, you might want to help me out with this.
You've been victimized.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's pretty. I've
been sexually fucking victimized.
You need a hero.
You got one,
and I have a hero, and it's a little late, but still.
I need a hero. Holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's got to be strong, and he's got to be fast, and he's got to be larger than life. I need a hero.
All right, so this is kind of old news at this point because it happened a few weeks ago, and we don't podcast very often, but the Nazis came to Cincinnati and they had a little rally on a bridge. It looked like they hung a couple signs and and then they got scared away by the locals. We won't get into the details because it might get political. We don't want to piss Tom off. All right. But I will say one person that day was a hero for sure. And I just want to give him a little credit. Oh shit. I got to do it first. All right, here we go. I don't know how to work these anymore. I'm fucking... That's it.
Was he one of the Nazis?
No, this is just some black guy, a mixed guy. It looked like he was pretty light skinned.
He looked like a white guy.
That would just drive. He kind of looked like a white guy, but I heard later he was a black guy. He just drives into the little Nazi rally with his windows down, listening to "Fight the Power" by Public Enemy, and just dancing,
holding up his gun.
Well, he's showing everybody he had a gun, so don't fuck with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? And as the Nazi, when he walked away, he goes, "He had a gun. What was I supposed to do?" Or something like that. But either way, this motherfucker, not a fear in the world. No. I mean, okay, he had a gun. There was 12 of them. You think maybe some of them guys maybe didn't have guns too?
I think they.
You know what I mean? Guns. Like I wouldn't go 1 on 12 even with the gun. So the guy took some balls to do this, and just the smile on his face.
Oh, he was happy to be there.
Just jamming, just going back and forth, just
he
hanging
totally
out,
looked like a white
having
guy
a good fucking day. And oh fuck, I wish we went back there. But yeah, he wasn't a white guy.
He looked white.
I don't think. Let's watch again. Let's go back to this little shindig and see if we can't.
He looked like a white guy to me.
I don't think he's white. Let's turn this up.
White or black, he had good taste in music. I
love me some Public Enemy.
Yeah,
definitely love me some Public Enemy. All right, let's go back here.
Guy looks white to me.
I'm pretty sure he's not, but I could be wrong.
That guy's white.
Why are they calling him the N-word?
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Over and over and over again. He's drinking some Skyline, having a good time in his truck.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking funny, man.
Oh, it's hilarious. Fucking idiots.
I didn't see him on TV. He should have been on the news, man.
I've seen him on something, unless I wouldn't have known about it. But yeah, he was on the internets for sure, because that came out like right afterwards, and that was obviously before the cops got there, because they weren't letting people cross at that point. Yeah. And he just crossing, just jamming. That's what I like is his dance. But he did have a little gun on him, maybe a little 9.
Well, and the thing about it was, he wasn't aiming it at anybody. Mm-hmm. He was just basically saying, fuck you.
No, that's his right. He's allowed having a gun. And I think almost all those Nazis would even defend that.
Yeah, I think that was pretty great.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Those fucking guys, though, I don't understand how they didn't get in trouble. Like,
What'd they do illegally? Held up Nazi flags?
Are you allowed putting 12 people in the back of a U-Haul and driving around? I mean,
just that.
You're
not allowed to do.
Well, just that. You know what I mean? You could get them on some bullshit, causing a riot, disturbing peace, some shit like that.
A group without a permit and all that bullshit.
At the very least, I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of Nazis. It's just not my thing. So if I'm a cop and I have the ability to get them on a bullshit ticket when I've got millions of other people on bullshit tickets, I'm at least giving them the bullshit tickets and getting their information. Because that's another funny thing. After this was done, they were all looking for their information. I don't know why, if they're not going to press charges, but if you give them all tickets for that, which is illegal, boom, there's your information, fucking $80 ticket. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But at least it's something.
Well, yeah, it's like if something more serious happens down the road, you got these guys' names.
And think about the amount of money now that this is costing that fucking little town of Evendale.
Well, yeah, they hired a fucking
$80,000 to do some kind of investigation.
Yeah.
Investigation into what?
How the police handled it. That's it.
That's a hard moment there. I watched that whole video of the cop. The cop...
All the cops really did was
trying to get people
not
killed,
so nobody was killed.
Yeah. Well, he's talking to those guys. It's like, why are you being so nice to them? You're not nice to people on a regular pullover. Why are we being nice to a fucking bus full of Nazis?
TV cameras were everywhere.
There weren't TV cameras there. That was his cam. It was everything.
You don't think the news was out there as soon as they found out the Nazis were there?
Yes, but they were far away. I'm talking about this guy was one-on-one away from everybody else because the police had everybody backed off. He's like, all right, buddies, let's get in the car. Let's get down there. I'll meet you at the bottom of the hill. We'll get this sorted out. And it's just like, they're not nice to me when they pull me over for speeding. Why are they being nice to a group of Nazis? It makes no sense. But at the end, I do think they were just trying to make sure no one got killed, which is essentially their job. So whatever on the cops there. A little too nice for my liking, but whatever. Maybe he's nice to everyone. Maybe they just caught the nice guy. I don't know. I'm
possible.
Sure that exists. Every work has a nice guy. Maybe he was the nice cop.
Cincinnati police? Or
it was Evendale.
So.
It was Evendale. And Lincoln Heights is mostly mad because it was right next to Lincoln Heights, but it was technically
It was literally. Yeah, you cross that bridge and you're in Lincoln Heights.
You're like,
and you know what? Lincoln Heights don't give a fuck.
No, I don't think those guys were locals. I think those guys there's a group in Columbus, I believe.
They said that Mansfield and all that.
Yeah, it's like up north.
Way,
yeah, I think so. I don't know if they knew what Lincoln Heights was. Other people were saying they picked Lincoln Heights because Lincoln Heights was the first black community above the Mason-Dixie line or some shit like that. So it kind of has a historical relevance.
Well, plus they were right on top of the busiest section of fucking freeway.
Yeah, anywhere on 75 is going to be busy there. But I don't know. I just the funniest thing to me about this whole thing, and it ain't funny, whatever, that guy was awesome. My hero of the week.
Great.
That guy's the man.
Fucking great.
Just driving through, listening to the Fight the Power.
Wouldn't it be cool to have him as a guest?
The second best part, so the cop meets the Nazis wherever he meets the Nazis down at the bottom of the hill or wherever he said they meet them. And, he's down there. He's like, okay, do you guys need anything else? Like he's their fucking host.
Yeah.
But, and there's like, we got a Jeep up the street, was surrounded at that point by all the people that came to kick their ass. And he's like, and my dog's in there. And he's like, I really need my dog. He was one of those service. He's like, he's my service dog. And I'm like, you're a fucking Nazi that needs a fucking service dog. You fucking queer. And that pissed me off so much that and this guy looks so helpless. He's like balding and white and ugly and just like
they all looked helpless.
I know, but this guy actually took his mask off. The most of them didn't take their mask off.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, his face is out there for everybody to see because it's part of the cop camera and they released the whole thing. Now the rest of them kept their shit on the whole time, but he had his off because he had to beg for a service dog. He's my comfort animal.
They get him his dog?
I don't know. The cop went back. I don't know how it ended. because it didn't end on the video and I didn't research it anymore. I'm sure he did. We would have heard about a dog getting killed or something. But they went back to the Jeep and the guys had found out it was the Nazi Jeep because they had already slashed all the tires. Yeah, and there's two guys.
Busted the windows?
No, there's two guys there that said there's an animal in there. You guys need to arrest them for animal cruelty. They left their dog in the car or whatever. And the cop's like, why are you guys here? What happened to the tires? We don't know. You know, but I think the guys held back because they did see the animal. Because I think they got the animal out because I saw that Jeep later and it did have all the busted windows and shit. So I think they waited until the dog was out of there at least. And then they fucking went to town on that Jeep. Well, but either way, then the cop pretended like he didn't know and then went back to the Nazis and said, I didn't want to get into the car because then they know it was your guys's. And the whole thing made no sense. But either way, they were way too nice to him. That doesn't my thing. Cops are dicks in general. Just be consistent.
The thing about it is something like that. It makes national news because my friends in Arizona messaged me.
Yeah, but who's going to be mad about the mean cop to the Nazis?
Well, no, but
he'd be a hero. If they'd be like, look at the fucking cop actually, thinks this is wrong. He knows he can't arrest them. They're not technically doing anything too illegal. You can get them some bullshit. But technically, they're not doing anything. Just like if you guys want to do Black Lives Matter or any kind of other protest, you can't get arrested for that.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't get arrested for that. And these guys shouldn't be arrested just for being assholes.
No, but the thing about it is the difference is
street justice can happen.
At least when all these Black Lives Matter protests were going on, I never heard a mob of black guys going, let's go kill white people. And that's what those Nazis were saying. Fuck these guys, let's kill these guys. That's inciting a riot as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm not I don't like defending Nazis, so don't make me do it. As far as I'm concerned, fuck the law. I wouldn't care
no, that's what I'm saying. When you see the cameras on these Nazis, they were, N-word this, let's kill them all, blah, blah, blah. Now, to me, that's a fucking crime.
As far as I'm concerned, that cop could have walked up and shot every one of them in the forehead, and I would have not felt bad one bit.
Or the cop could have just gotten his car and drove away and let the fucking locals have them. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean by street justice. Yeah. I don't like the idea of protecting them. I understand they got to, whatever. The whole thing's a shifty thing.
Yeah, it sucked.
But I just wanted to throw some love out to Mr. Fight the Power because that guy was the shit. So whoever you are, you're the man.
Hey, asshole of the month. Week. I got one, and I'm mad.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm mad.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, am I pissed off?
Oh,
and
man.
It's not really, in retrospect, it's not that big of a deal. But, we talked last time on our last podcast about how the Ohio State government was trying to change the weed laws, because bottom line is they don't want it. Even though we voted for it, they still don't want it, so they're going to make it hard. Fuck the state of Ohio. Dude.
Actually, this was my fuck you. So your asshole is going to be my fuck off?
Is the state of Ohio. And I'll tell you why.
All right. Well, we're on the same board, and I'll throw my fuck off.
I filed my fucking taxes 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Oh, you're going on the taxes. Okay.
Yeah. Taxation. Okay. Especially taxation.
Without representation?
Yes. You check the where's my refund status.
Yeah.
Ohio has one too.
Yeah.
And it says, your refund is being offset.
Yeah.
So I call up our tax guy and say, what the fuck does this mean?
Mm-hmm.
Says you owe somebody some money and they're keeping it.
Yeah.
So I get a letter, which doesn't explain much. And then I get a letter from 2 days ago from the Ohio Attorney General. Mm-hmm. They had said that I had lost a judgment and I had some tax money that was owed. So they kept $600 of my return. Mm-hmm. They didn't keep the whole thing. They kept $600.
They kept what you had.
Yeah. Not only was it from 2013 that I owed this money, I've been filing every year. You tell me you didn't find it now? It took you 12 years to fucking find it?
Apparently.
But now, to summarize, it said, okay, this lien has been paid and you're good, but now you have to go down to the fucking clerk of courts, present this letter, and pay court costs.
The court costs cracked me up.
So now, not only did they keep half my return from 12 fucking years ago, but now I have to park down fucking town. I have to go into the clerk of courts, wait in fucking line, and pay I don't know how many dollars in court costs to close the fucking
Probably like an 80 to 120.
What the fuck is that, dude?
It was biggest load of bullshit
12
ever.
Years ago.
Yeah. No,
they never found it.
That's crazy. But that's like that ticket that I cost. The ticket I got, the ticket was $24. and I could pay it online. But when you go to pay it online, it's $150 and the rest of it's court costs. It's like, well, if I'm paying it online, I'm not going to court. So what the fuck am I paying court costs for?
Yeah.
And it's all done online. So, none of this shit's having
Well, they're saying
people
this
typing.
thing went to court.
Yeah.
And I lost because
Yeah.
I didn't show up.
Oh,
I said, I never received any fucking subpoena or anything like that.
Well, would it went maybe to an old house or something?
Maybe.
To wherever you were at in 2013.
2013, I was still married.
Yeah. Well, then you're at where your kids live now, right?
That's where the letters came to.
Okay. Makes sense.
But the whole point is, and it's like, okay, you've paid this. We're good. But now you have to go down there and pay court costs. And I'm like, you fucking bunch of assholes.
All right.
Why didn't you just keep the court costs?
Because they're cunts.
You know what I mean? You already kept $600 of my fucking money. Keep another $100 for the court costs so I don't have to waste half a fucking day going down there. Asshole.
I got an asshole of the year for me.
Wow.
Asshole maybe the 2 years, maybe 2 years. Asshole with 8 months for sure. So I'm not going to fucking skewer the place I used to work at because my buddy here still works there and I ain't trying to get him fired. I'd love to. I'd fucking love to. I got some shit to tell, but I'm not going to. Not in this room anyways. But who I will fucking skewer over this whole thing, and for all you guys that follow along with my whole losing my job and going through arbitration, we lost that. And my asshole of the year goes out to Jeff Belkin. Who's Jeff Belkin, you ask? Jeff Belkin's about this fucking tall. He's about 95 years old, and he was the fucking arbitrator of this case. That cunt fucked me. Not only did he pay no fucking attention the whole time we were in there, the guy looked like he was about to fall fucking asleep, did not want to listen to half the things we had to say, and just took 6 months to make a decision that absolutely had no fucking decision. It was basically like, tough shit. You're diabetic. Oh, well, you should have been fine. He completely miscategorized an illness to act like you could just be low on blood sugar and then eat a piece of bread and be right back up to normal and remember everything you did while you were down on low sugar. Makes no fucking sense at all. There's no actual medical validity to that. So I don't know how you can make a legal judgment on some complete bullshit, but apparently you can. So you're an asshole, you little fuck. I hope you die a horrible death. That's it. That won't get you fired.
I don't think it will.
No. Jeff Belkin might not like me anymore, but fuck you, you old cunt. You almost turned me racist, but I didn't go that way. I could have. I could have went that way. Okay.
You didn't, though.
I didn't, I thought about getting the mustache. I thought about it. Now I got to do interviews. Imagine me showing up to interviews with a Hitler stash.
You know what? You guys can't see this. We've got a new setup here. Big fucking monitor right in front of us. It's like the podcast is evolving. And so we're going to be going into some of those fucking
So you're going to see Chris looking up from the camera a lot more
like
I am right now. And I know, and I've caught myself doing it a bunch
down.
too, so I'm trying to look at the cameras. But
what the fuck am I looking at? Just us?
No, I get you. But when you're looking at the screen, it just looks funny when you're just...
But, it's been a few weeks since we've done a podcast. We're going to start getting more and more regular now that things...
We've been saying that for 4 or 5 months, and things are about to get even weirder because I don't know my schedule.
That is going to be weird.
I'm probably going to be working 9 to 5s.
Come on down to Bauman's Used Cars.
Yeah, I got to call that guy back after this thing. I think I got the job. I won't say the name of the dealership, but I think I'm going to be selling some cars.
He's going to be selling some cars. No.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we'll wait till after I get the job.
So, have you ever thought of selling cars before?
No, of course not. But I haven't thought of anything in 13 years. You know what I mean? That was the problem. Like, I was happy where I was at. I was planning to stay there. I like dealing. But since that's not going to happen, there ain't no other options. Dude, I went into Hollywood earlier this week.
Be a doctor.
That's a I could be a doctor.
Be a doctor.
By the time I'm 62, I could have my first client.
Dude, you got fucking opportunities now.
No, I do got
opportunities. You have avenues.
I do got
opportunities.
opportunities.
Do anything you want.
Now, I can't really do shit, but sales is a way you can make money pretty quick. I can shoot the shit just as much as anybody else. That's all you got to be able to do. You just got to be able to talk to people. Talking to people's fucking easy. That's it. Yeah. So I went into sales. I'm going into sales. Well, I was going to be a finance bro, dude. I almost became a finance bro.
Really?
Yeah, and I still have the second interview lined up. I'm pretty sure they're going to hire me, but apparently in order to be a finance bro, you got to have decent credit.
Well, it's pretty hard to give somebody financial advice with a 500 credit rating.
It's true, and I thought about that, and it is 100% true. But you got to look at, I'm working with these means right here, all right? The people you're giving advice to, they're working with these means right there. And if you study the market and everything else, it wouldn't be a big deal. But apparently that is a thing because they asked me to run my credit. And like, okay, whatever. I didn't think anything. I was like, because he said something about tax liens and shit like that. So I'm like, I'm going to that. You know, and I got the credit report back because they have to give you a copy when they give them a copy. And
did they tell you? Sorry,
I haven't got that yet. But there's a little spot at the bottom that says ineligible.
Does it?
Yeah, and I think that's what it means. I'm not positive. I might still be a finance bro, yo, but I don't think so. That is a good opportunity to make some money if you want to put 4 years in of being a phone bitch. And learn a whole new thing.
You know what I discovered a while back?
I took my test for it and I got a 33%. So that was pretty good.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, well, I don't know any of that stuff. Why would I? That's what you spend the first 8 months
learning
how to pass that
about.
test.
Like you just got a big tax return. Mm-hmm. And I found out years ago.
I don't know how. I can be arrested anytime now, guys. Come and get me because none of this makes sense. But go ahead.
I found out years ago, it's not that hard to really get your credit score high.
No, you just need to knock out.
You just need to pay off the collections and shit like that.
Yeah, I got like 5 things in collections. So that's what really is making my score low right now.
If you pay them off.
Yeah, well, yeah, if I had fucking $30,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah, is that what they are?
I don't remember what they are, but it's more money than I got. You know, I guess I could take my whole tax return and pay all that off and not have $1 to live on for the next until I start working up my clientele at a car place. I don't know if I'll be able to say that or not. I was thinking about this. Like, should I start hiding this weed? Like, should I? What's going on here? You know, like
I don't think you need to hide the weed.
I'm not sure. You know.
Hey, you want to hear something really funny about
What?
fucking hairy guy?
Yeah.
And this is what I've noticed for the last 2 weeks, and I've never. It always kind of makes me happy when I see him now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he realizes it. Apparently, lately he's been wearing a hat a lot, and he comes into work with that hat bell hair. You know how you can tell if somebody's been wearing a hat?
I'm that guy.
He's got it every
long hair,
fucking day now that I see him.
Uh-huh.
And every time he walks by, he says, "Hey, how you doing?" He walks by and I go, "Look at that fucking hair." And it's like that every day now.
Yeah.
He's wearing a fucking baseball cap or something and it fucking poofs up in the back. It looks like that
I never
bell
like
head.
the way he comes in. He's too casual coming to work.
You
He's always wearing like gym shorts and flip flops with his hat head, and I just don't like it. I don't know what it is, but it bothers me.
He's got that vibe.
I don't really like anyone that dresses different before they come into work in your work pants and put on your shirt and go to work. I don't like people to go in, have their whole fucking outfit and then change. And
I think he just wants to undress in front of other men.
Exactly. I think that's what they're up to.
And he's like, "Hey, look at the hair."
Yeah, I think that's what he's up to. My locker used to be close to his.
Hairy guy. Your hair looks fucking ridiculous, dude. Don't wear a hat. At least, take a shower before you come to work and wash the hat head off your head. Because you're doing a lot for me. I mean, you're giving me something to laugh at.
How come you never picked on me about that? Because I always had that.
He's got longer, thicker hair. It's more prominent.
Yeah, you're right. I usually would cut my hair before that.
You might have a little line there, but he's got
I'll get the line.
He's got it's flipping up on the sides.
Well, I'll get that if my hair is long, but I try not to let my hair get too long.
And it's like you see him from behind, you're like...
I think I'm causing a Dominican rivalry. Between two barbers. So I started going to this barber Ralphie a long time ago, Dominican barber, real nice guy, I like the way he cuts hair and everything. But so then eventually he got a person in a shop that I've told you about. I've talked about in the show, the Dominican that looks like he came straight from prison. He's going to murder you at any time he cuts your hair, but he does a good job. And I think it's funny. And he says not one fucking word the whole time, which I enjoy. All right. I don't want to talk to anybody. And Ralphie's a nice guy, but I still want to just sit there stoned and fucking get my hair cut. Anyway, so I booked it with him this week and
with the murderer.
And mostly Ralphie was booked, so it wasn't like, well, I'm not fucking. I don't know. There's a weird allegiance to barbers you get when you actually don't go to like.
I had that at one time. Now
I know. Now you go to wherever the $15 place is.
No, it's $23.
Yeah, they keep on raising it.
Yeah, but
it used to be $9.
I mean, I don't care who cuts my hair. This week, I think Anton's doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, Anton's cool. No, but anyway, so this guy starts fucking talking shit to Ralphie and
while you're getting your hair cut?
No, before I get it. He looks over at me and then starts giving him shit and then starts like move, like, I'm pretty sure he's saying I stole your customer. And he's like, big man in town, you know, and shit like that. Just gave him shit the whole fucking time. And it didn't look like Ralphie was taking it well either. So I'm just wondering if I was causing a little beef in the barber shop. Meanwhile, this guy with his fucking straight razor and shit scaring the hell out of me the whole time. But whatever, it's funny to me.
If you don't laugh, I cut your head off.
And then across the way is an Arab dude. I went to him once. He cut my shit way too short. Don't get your shirt cut or your hair cut.
I bet he
from
did a
someone that's
nice job
Turkish.
with the beard, though.
I don't ever have him touch my beard. I do my own beard. I don't ever have anybody. I don't want to pay an extra $10 for some dude to give me a shave. I can shave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You can.
I can go like this and line it up for the most part. You know, I don't need you to.
You can.
I'll pass.
Well,
Let me tell a sweet story about Anton real quick since you brought him up.
please do.
All right. So the other night, me and my wife are laying in bed about to go to sleep. It's like 10:30, 11 or something like that.
You just get done giving her a good dicking?
No, the kids are still, well, one kid just went to sleep. The other one's,
I mean, I'll show you a movie of this guy who fucks real good.
I'll pass.
You would pass.
100% pass.
I mean, you'd go right by that thumbnail. Actually, if it was a thumbnail, one screenshot of it, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to watch this when he's giving it to her good. And then it's like 10 seconds in, you'd be like, no, next.
So we're in bed and we hear upstairs above us because we're now in the basement. So both of the kids' rooms are right above us. And, you know, a lot of times you hear the walking of the dogs upstairs in Kane's room or your hands on get out of bed, go somewhere, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just a creaking. It's just just nonstop. And every time it does that, for one thing, Carmen always thinks it's Anton jerking off, which fucking cracks me up. It reminds me of you, as Nate pointed out. He's jerking off. Like,
Where's Nate? Oh, he's masturbating.
yeah, because who creaks the whole fucking bed when they're jerking off?
Well, it depends on the mattress and the box spring I
Well,
found.
come on. How hard are we jerking? I mean, you're jerking. You're just You're not. I mean, you're fucking sure, but not jerking. You're not. Like, it shouldn't be creaking the whole fucking floor.
I don't know. He might be working it.
I don't know, but that's always what she assumes, and it cracks me up. Well, this is going on for like 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes, and eventually I was like, just call him, you know, and ask him what he's doing. So she calls him, and he answers the phone out of breath.
Does he really?
Yeah, it's just phone out of breath. Well, yeah. And she's like, what are you doing up there? The whole fucking house is creeping. And he's like, oh, I'm working on my Power Ranger moves. He was serious, dude. He was serious as a, and we go, I'm laughing at this point already.
What color Ranger is he?
I don't know. I didn't ask, but you know, I'm already laughing because that's hilarious. And she's like, well, you know, you're being real loud. He's like, okay, well, I'm almost done. And then he hangs up and does it for another 5 minutes.
I think he's jerking off.
And then he comes downstairs and pokes his head in and he goes, I'm sorry. I was just working on my Power Ranger moves. It just says it so nonchalant. Like, that's not the weirdest fucking thing in the world to be working on your Power Ranger moves at 10:30 at night.
Kind of is.
Apparently, this is what he does. Carmen says she'll watch him walk down the street from the bus, and he's doing that shit. And she asked him when he got home what he was doing.
He's doing like that.
But exactly like the Power Rangers do, apparently.
I want to know what color's his favorite Ranger.
I want to know a lot of things. All right, I didn't really want to ask at the same time because it's fucking hilarious, and you get to the point, especially with people with special needs, where you feel like you're kind of picking on them if you say certain things, and I don't want to. You know, it's him enjoying himself. Good for him.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah. Like Harry Guy's head.
Yeah. Just like Harry Guy's head.
Dude, the other day I was sitting there watching TV with my kid, my 12-year-old kid. Mm-hmm. He comes out. We could turn a movie on. And he fucking sticks his leg up on the table. It looks like I'm sitting there with fucking Corporal Klinger or someone from Turkey. Thick, long hair on his legs.
Your kid's obviously hit puberty. You know,
puberty. He's got a mustache. Dude.
Yeah, he's a couple years older than my son, and my son's getting leg hair right now. So
is he?
Yeah, I mean, it's sporadic. It's not like thick, but it's he's getting it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it is funny when they become adult. Their voice starts changing and shit.
I've got another couple on the line. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm thinking about possibly doing it. Now, this one is going to involve a little bit of work on my part. They're an hour and 10 minutes away.
Where?
Somewhere in Kentucky. Somewhere in Kentucky.
Oh, I think you did tell me this was. It's close to the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. How attractive?
She's a 7.
Well, I mean, you might want to make that hour drive. You know what I mean? It's a shame she don't live up north. You can hit it on the way to Michigan or something. But
yeah, and don't think I haven't looked at cuck families in Toledo. because I have.
Why Toledo? Why don't you just get in Michigan?
Because it's a little town in Michigan that I go to. It's a small town. Toledo's a big city.
Yeah.
You know, struck out so far.
Sorry, man. I don't know how these drug mule operations work. I haven't been part.
I go up to buy carts because I have glaucoma.
You do?
And you can check.
Yeah.
I got a medical license that says I have glaucoma.
Yeah, you do.
So listen, people, I'm going to reiterate. You have 1 week to get your death pool in.
1 week. Yeah, we've already passed the limit. I would still like to get. I think we're only at like 10. Usually we get a couple more. I don't think I've got one from fucking Scott. Oh, KC hasn't got me one.
Yeah, Scott, and you were saying when's the next podcast? Get your death pool in.
Yeah, so please.
It's Shut Up Cincinnati.
I don't think Nathan's gave me one.
At gmail.com.
Gmail.com. I don't think Nathan's got me one.
Nate don't have one?
I don't think so. So yeah, there's a couple people. Matt never participates because he's a fucking.
He finds it vulgar.
He's a douchebag Catholic. He's still holding on. He's a believer, dude. He still holds on to that Catholic shit. Still holds on to that union shit. He just holds on. Got to do what you got to do.
Well, get your thing in. In the next couple of months, as we start to get more regular, depending on what his schedule is, we might end up doing these things at night. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be.
But
we're
going to go back to doing some segments like we used to. We're going to kind of bring the show back to what it was. We're still going to laugh at Harry Guy any chance we have. The guy plays darts.
He does play darts.
And
fucks cats.
Fucks cats. Plays darts. But I want those are the segments that we're going to start bringing back. The funny,
fucking
weird
cats.
shit. Yeah, fucking cats one.
We're going to have more cat fucking investigations in the future. You watch.
Let me tell you something. Cat fucking, there's always a place for it on this show.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to. And I know we've missed the show a couple weeks, but Nathan wanted me to send out a very, very happy birthday to someone that he had a lot in common with, all right? They both loved a lot of the same things. His name was Brendan Davis. He's passed since then. But him and Nathan just really, they kicked it off. They had a lot of similar interests and stuff in life, and he really misses them since he's passed away. So Nathan Brierly wants to say happy birthday to Brendan Davis, all right? I don't really have the same sentiments because he fucked kids, but, you know, we all do our own thing. I don't think Nathan fucks kids. They like the Reds.
Like the Reds.
They like the Reds. They both were, you know, like they were good crap stealers. You know, they have similar interests, you know, but, you know, one of them fucked kids.
I have got a new fetish for anybody out there that's looking for, because, you know, if you're looking to get out of the old standard in and out thing and you want to try something, ooh, I recommend Fetish of the Week.
Fetish of the Week.
Fetish of the Week is savantophilia. Savantophilia. Arousal to people with mental illness or cognitive impairment. Give that a try.
What is it? You like tards?
I think that's basically what it said.
Okay.
Is that or cognitive impairment? My arm doesn't work.
I mean, I know. I've told you this before.
It says right on here. The description is scum of the earth.
Yeah.
These people are people to and honestly should never be taken advantage of. It's honestly one of the grossest fetishes I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
It's disgusting and traumatic for the individuals involved. It's quite honestly a shame that anyone could have such appalling thoughts. Hopefully the people do have these thoughts never act on them.
I've said,
there are people that act on this shit.
Yeah, you.
Not me.
Not on purpose, but I've said
this. You know, you do that a lot.
No, I do.
And it puts it in people's heads.
That's fine.
I don't do that.
It's the Donald Trump method. I like it. You just say it, and people just repeat it for years. But no. What I'm saying, and I've explained this to you.
This is content.
I know. What I've said, and I'm pretty much, I would bet a lot of money on this. You've put up some numbers in your life. I don't know how, but you've put up some numbers in your life, and there's no...
Still putting them up.
Okay, and there's no way that one of them wasn't technically retarded. No way.
I'm not attracted to retarded
I'm not saying
people.
You're attracted to them. I'm not saying you knew. I'm just saying, if you look at the full numbers, and
I fucked some dumb ones.
No, I mean retarded. I'm not dumb. I mean, they were actually below the level of whatever they score. I don't know how they score that.
What are they doing going to a bar then?
They're retarded. You can't question them. What are you doing? What do you mean? Don't you make them? They're not going to make good decisions.
That's where 99% of them came from.
Their handlers might have been drunks and just brought them with them.
Their handlers. See, that makes you worse than me.
I don't care.
Suggesting they need handlers.
No, I'm just joking. I like the mentally disabled. They're cool. What is this? Chicken wing? Ooh.
Is that what that was?
No, I have no idea what that was.
All right, well.
A crumb of some sort.
Like I said, people, we're sorry that we waited so long to get back. We'll try to do better.
How many do you think?
What?
3, 4?
3 or 4 what?
Mentally disabled people you've banged?
None is my guess.
You think none? You really think that? Honestly, I don't know what your actual number is, and then there's so many more drunk hookups where you didn't know. I'm not saying you went out of your way to bang it hard.
Yeah,
I'm saying
60% were drunk.
Well, yeah,
because it was at a bar I was working at.
Exactly, that's fine. I'm just saying there's no way that one of them wasn't below the intellectual level used to describe people to go on the short bus.
Perhaps, but if let's say hypothetically, we're both drunk and we're getting ready to do the act.
Yeah.
And she says, hey, just letting you know, I tested at retarded levels. I probably would have walked out.
Well, it's a weird thing to say regardless.
I think that's something that should be disclosed. You know what I mean? It's like saying, hey, I'm married.
Yeah.
You need to tell the person you're married, hey, I've got herpes. Mm-hmm. It's not in flared up right now. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm retarded.
If we have a kid,
these are things.
He's not going to come out normal. All right, just saying.
Sexuality has to be based on trust.
Yeah, there's truth. I agree.
Disclose things.
I agree.
Like I make disclosures.
Are we on fuck you?
Yeah, we're on fuck you.
All right, let's get out of here.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Fuck you! All right, guys, fuck you. You want to do it?
You go first.
All right, I'm sending a big fuck you out to kind of the same people you were, but, Ohio's government. All right, you guys passed the shitty weed bill to begin with. We pay way too much in Ohio. Half the fucking people go all the way up to Michigan just to save a couple $100. It's not like a little amount either. And you're already missing out on those tax dollars. Now you fucking miserable cunts want to ignore everything that the Ohio people voted for, which again was a shitty law to begin with, but at least it was something. And now you're turning it even more of a shitty law. Now you take the 12 plants they're outgrowing, now it's only 6. Technically now you go to Michigan, you cross, you never could, but they're going to, I guess, pursue that a little bit more if you get your shit from out of state. They're going to, what's the other thing? They're going to lower the THC percentages, where Ohio already has low THC percentages anyways compared to other states. It's hard. They say to go from 90 to 70. You can't find no fucking 90% carts in Ohio. A cart in Ohio at best is going to go for like 73, 74 is your high end. I've been buying them for 6 fucking years. I know this.
Yeah, in Michigan, the average is like 83, 84.
83 to 90. I've seen up to 90 or 95 in California or some shit like that. But either way, what I'm saying is Ohio never really had a high percentage to begin with. Now you're going to make it go under 70, which makes the product even fucking worse. It blows my mind. The people voted for this pretty overwhelmingly. All right. I hope you motherfuckers get knocked out. But the problem is Ohio's so backward that no matter what they do, Ohio's still not going to vote for a Democrat over them. So they're still just going to be in the same spot. So we're just fucked. And I guess we go to Michigan more often and take our chances. So
my fuck you is along the same lines.
Okay.
Because I found this out talking to Tom Stanforth, who likes, the guy who likes political
Loves
rhetoric.
political talk.
Fuck the governor of Michigan.
Whitmer?
Is that her name?
Yeah, you got to watch out taking things from Tom, though. He believes everything he reads.
I read it. I read it on 3 different places.
Okay.
I
don't know anything she's doing.
She is proposing a vote that will add 30% additional taxes to the weed in Michigan.
Okay.
30% on top of what they already are, which is state tax is 6.
I think they're at like 16.
Well, they're 10 added to the 6. So
okay,
your
16,
total tax is 16.
Yeah, that's what
She's
Ohio
trying
was
to
doing.
add 30 more percent.
So you're looking at 46% tax?
Yes, if it passes.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if Michigan is a red or a blue state. I don't know.
I believe they're blue. I don't know if they turned this year, though, but they've been blue in the past, and they've been blue for a little while. She's blue, for sure.
Let's hope that she doesn't win. Why would a Democrat governor try to fuck the people over? I think she's doing it because of all the people coming in from other states.
It is the out-of-state people, but you're punishing your own people too.
Yeah,
I could see
that's a lot. 30%.
I could see if they make some kind of rule where out-of-state licenses pay this tax, in-state licenses pay something else, and I wouldn't blame them because you are going up to Michigan at a $35 ounce, and you're going to have to pay fucking at least $250 down here for that same ounce.
Yeah.
So even if they put their 50% tax or whatever it is on it, you're still coming out way ahead
going
out of state.
Yeah.
But it's not cool to punish your own people like that.
I mean,
so
I
don't know.
a cart would still cost you $10 instead of 50 here. So.
I'd ask my buddy grower that's up there about it, but he wouldn't he'd give me some fucking crazy answer because he hates her. So.
But I mean, it's like, I'm not a big marijuana guy. You know that. I like a cart here and there. I like some gummies. But it's like, it's like, all right, the country's saying, okay, weed is weed, so let's make it legal and blah, blah, blah. Let's let people do it. It's not heroin. Blah,
Well,
blah.
Michigan was above. I mean, they were one of the first. So
Yeah, but it's like now, hey, we're making all this money. Let's make 30% more. I've never heard of a hike so high.
Yeah, that does
as
seem ridiculous. That does seem absolutely ridiculous. Again, if it was just for out-of-state people, I'd actually understand it. It's almost like tariffs that they love so much. You know what I mean?
Explain to me why, because I really don't fucking know. I haven't really got a definitive answer. Why are eggs $10 a dozen?
Because all the fucking birds are dead. That bird flu went out of control. I mean, less birds than make eggs, less eggs. Supply and demand.
I went to a little fucking... I didn't know that how many chickens had died.
Shit tons.
Really?
Yeah, there's all sorts of them. You got the conspiracy theories saying that people are killing them on purpose to get Trump.
I went to a little fucking marathon station, one of those fucking Middle Eastern marathon stations.
Oh, those are hilarious. Try to get eggs there. They're like $12.99.
They had eggs there. Get this shit. So I needed eggs. It was middle of the night. I needed eggs. I'm on keto. I needed eggs.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the eggs, open them up. You open them up and see if any are correct. They're all different colors. There's dark brown. There's light brown. There's yellow. There's
What
white.
brand?
It was a regular brand. I think they bought the eggs from somewhere else and put them in there. They were all different colors. And I'm like, ooh, I'm not buying these.
No.
They were dark brown. They were brown. They were every shade of fucking
Well, that just means
egg.
they're at different lives. But usually eggs
I know. And I'm sitting there going,
or some of them are natural, some
literally,
of them
there was 12 eggs and there was 7 colors in that box.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that one.
I'm like, I'm not buying
I wouldn't
that.
trust that one.
So I guess fuck them for trying to.
And
give me
they were
bad
probably
eggs.
ridiculously expensive too, weren't they?
They were like $12.
Yeah. Every once in a while I'll stop at UDF on the way home from Ubering and shit, and I want like something that's not frozen pizza or something.
Yeah.
And they got some soup and shit like there. I'll have soup and a sandwich. The Campbell soup there is $5.59 a can. Fuck you. I'd still buy it.
It's
but I'm
convenience.
angry
Did you
about
buy
it.
it?
Oh, by the way.
Oh, by the way.
Don't buy anything today. We'll set everyone straight. All we have to do is not buy something for one day, and they'll know our power.
Who said that?
Fucking idiots.
Kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share. Fuck off. Fuck off.